As a result of the 1905 revolution, there were several changes made in Russian society. The intelligentsia, made up of radical, well-educated, middle-class people who wanted to change Russian society, capitalized on the chaos of the 1905 revolution to spread their ideas. Radicals who had been exiled from Russia by the government returned during the revolution. Underground radicals who had been working secretly to escape persecution by the Tsar's secret police emerged to lead revolts. Radicals organized workers, peasants, and soldiers into groups they called Soviets, or councils. Soviets were grassroots committees that discussed revolutionary ideas and elected representatives from their own ranks to participate in regional and national conferences. Radicals used the Soviets to organize the working class and to spread their ideas about change for Russia. The 1905 revolution allowed radicals the opportunity to influence the working class against the Tsar and the old regime. So while the Tsar and the old regime hadn't yet changed, more Russians were radicalized against them. The October strike during the 1905 revolution, the one that shut down the country for 10 days, forced the Tsar to make some concessions to the revolutionaries. Nicholas II then issued what's called the October Manifesto in October of 1905. In this manifesto, he promised that all people were to enjoy freedom of conscience, speech, assembly, and the press. Further, he promised that a Duma, or Congress, was to be established and that all laws would have to be approved by this Duma. But by May of 1906, the Tsar had reclaimed almost all of his autocratic powers. You see, he was able to appoint half of the Duma, and he was able to make laws by decree when the Duma was not in session. The Duma could only approve laws. They couldn't create their own. So in effect, the Tsar had complete control. He further had control over the armed forces and foreign policy. And most significantly, he could use his secret police to silence any opposition by any means necessary. Between 1906 and 1916, Nicholas shut down 4 different Dumas, all of which were powerless against his autocratic control. So the only lasting reforms came from a man named Peter Stolypin, who was prime minister in Russia from 1906 to 1911. And Stolypin realized that peace and prosperity was based on eliminating the causes of people's discontent. To do this, he felt that poor Russians, especially the landless peasants who made up the majority of the Russian population, had to be given a better life so that they wouldn't want to join radical groups. Stolypin enacted laws that gave land to millions of landless peasants. He created, as a result, a new, prosperous class of farmers in Russia. But Stolypin was assassinated in 1911. His reforms were the only positive sign of change during the reign of Tsar Nicholas II.